What's going on, y'all? So I hope everybody has had a good week. I hope you guys enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. Girl, I feel a little off. I don't care. Um, I really don't know how long this. First of all, I am waiting for my food to get here. So, okay. Anyway, that's not neither here nor there. But I hope everybody has had a good week so far. I hope you guys enjoyed your Memorial Day weekend. It is hectic this week, okay, for me, because in my family, my little sister is about to graduate on Monday. She has prom on Saturday. Is it Saturday? Damn, bitch, when she going to prom? Okay, no. She having the graduation dinner is going to be on Sunday. She graduates on Monday, and she's having prom on Saturday or Friday. Either way, the weekend is about to be a mess, okay? And we got family coming in. And I'm that type of person, no lie and no shade, y'all. I just don't be wanting to bother with certain people in my family, and it's the majority of them. No shade. Like, I got cousins and shit that I really don't fuck with like that. It is not because, and we was close when we was growing up. It's just that I just don't feel like dealing with them and what they bring and everything. It's not that I feel like I'm better or anything like that. It's just that when I tell you I'm very antisocial, I be wanting to have a social life, but sometimes I'm just, to my own detriment, I'm very antisocial. And to be honest, like, with some of the people in my family, that's that, we don't have nothing to connect with. I honestly feel that way. Because we didn't keep up with each other, when we were, after we got, out of our teens or whatever. So if we would have kept that connection then, we probably would have been a little bit closer. But other than that, we'll see how it go. Y'all might get some pictures. Y'all might get some video. And my little sister running for prom queen. I said, bitch. And the only reason why I reacted like that is because my sister is literally different. Like, she's a complete opposite from me and my other sister. Me and my other sister have the same father. My little sister, she has a different father. And I guess it's his genes, okay? Because I don't know. Mama is girly. You know what I'm saying? Mama is very much outgoing. Mama is very much independent and everything. And I'm just like, you know what? Do what you got to do. Like, she plans her whole shit out. So I said, you know what? Go off, sis. But anyway, bitch, like, she 18 years old. I just can't believe it. Like, my mama got 3 grown-ass kids, okay? But anyway, moving on that. We get into this episode. This review. Wrong shit. Okay, first of all, what's my show? Sisters come back on tonight. Just to let y'all know. Sisters come back on tonight. That's why I had to go ahead and do this, what it is right here, right now, so that I can be prepared when my show come back on tonight. Expect that review, okay? But, we got to get a little update in this, what it is about the school shooting in Uvalde. I still can't say the name right, and no disrespect. The shooting that happened, unfortunately, with the kids passing away and the 2 teachers. And what really made me mad was listening to the updated reports that just kept on coming out and kept on coming out. It was just so much stuff that was just coming out and coming out and coming out and coming out for the past week, ever since it happened, especially the first couple of days after this whole situation happened, dealing with the police department and, one of the teachers who sacrificed her life. Her husband passed away from a heart attack literally the next day, and I think they leave behind 4 kids. So that's a whole family without parents at this point. A whole bunch of parents without children, and basically what we can sum this up to, it was a lot of lies that was being put out there that was already debunked because people were trying to save their asses. And then for the police department to come out there and they basically said that, that man was up in there, that boy, okay, because somebody felt the way the last time that I called him a boy. I don't care if he 18 years old, okay, yeah, they call us, because they gave the example of Tamir Rice. I get that. They used to call, that boy, that man, or whatever. They make them seem older than what they are. But just because you're 18, you still a fucking child. I'm going to use what I want to use because he don't deserve respect. He don't deserve anything. We'll call him a man-child then, if that's a go-between, okay? But at the end of the day, that bitch did what he did and fucked a whole bunch of shit up. And the police department, where all this shit that's coming out about them, they need to just, I've never really just said dismantle a whole police department. I understand the defund the situation and all that shit. But in this situation, baby, they just need to dismantle it and start it all over again. Because them motherfuckers really said that they were out there, that man was up in there, that man-child was up in that goddamn room in that school for an hour. And y'all was acting as if it was nothing going on. And then it became, oh, we didn't want to go in because we didn't want to risk our lives. I'm sitting here like, so you sign up for a job that require risk, but yet you don't want to risk your life for children? And I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all asses on that force got kids. So you mean to tell me, what if your child was in there and you weren't allowing people to go up in there? We hearing about parents going up in there, taking their kids out and saving kids and all this shit, and y'all just sitting back letting this shit happen. Then you try to lie and say that a teacher left the door open when that wasn't the case. Okay, like, it's just so many mess that's coming out, so much mess that came out in the aftermath of this, so many lies that was being debunked or whatever, to try to take some of the responsibility and blame off of the people that needed to have it on, the responders, okay? And it's just, I just pray for all this. And let me just say this. Certain situations like this where the family wants to speak out of the culprit, the person that does all this carnage and damage or whatever, there are certain situations and sometimes that I feel like I don't even need to hear the people. I don't need to hear their family. I don't need to hear the mama. I don't need to hear the daddy, because it's not going to change the way that we feel, and it's not going to change the situation. 9 out of 10, it's going to make it worse, especially if you get up here defending what happened. And not necessarily saying that the family was defending what happened. They were basically trying to paint it as, oh, well, he's not a monster. He doesn't have a mean bone in his body. But yeah, all of this evidence is coming out that he was torturing cats and was had a hatred for women and was very disrespectful. Bitch, you saying all of this shit about your goddamn son and how much of he wasn't a monster or whatever, and when he goddamn and killed your goddamn mama. But he not a monster. That shit was escalating. This shit don't just come out of nowhere. He escalated and he did what he wanted to do, okay? He did what he sought out to do. So, the parents could just dismiss me with that shit, but it's going to be some more fallout. It's going to be some more fallout. I don't know how Ted Cruz is going to phase. I don't know how Abbott is going to phase through this, but then again, I believe Texas is a Republican state, and if I'm wrong about that, my bad. But I just don't understand. I don't understand because this is not a good look. This is terrible. This is terrible, beyond terrible. But anyway, we're gonna move on from that. And we're going to get into Kevin Spacey, the actor. We haven't spoken about him in a long time since that first allegation came around. Let me tell you something. I am so tired of actors and actresses and entertainers or whatever. See, this is why I can't put my hope, my faith. First of all, you ain't supposed to do that. This is why I don't idolize people, because first of all, you're not supposed to do that. If y'all Christians or whatever, y'all follow the Bible and all that stuff, and God did say, don't put your faith or idolize false prophets, and, the only person you're supposed to idolize is God, so that's that. But this is why I can't look up to people. This is why I can't look up to certain people, because, bitch, granted, I ain't never look up to this person, but it be every time you find somebody that you like, all the damn time, it's something that's gonna come out and be like, crush it. Okay, bitch, this motherfucker did this, and I be sitting here like, ain't this a bitch? Now, House of Cards, if some of y'all don't remember Kevin Spacey, he been in a lot of shit, okay? But the main thing that a lot of people these days probably, especially, probably my age range. Hello? Spam. Sorry. Anyway, let me put that on mute. But people from my generation, I would say my age range, bitch, House of Cards, Netflix, okay? It came out a few years ago, and when it came out, it hit, bitch, okay? That shit was good. Even if you wasn't into politics, you was watching that shit like, oh, hell, what the fuck is going on? Good ass show. Baby, it get down to the last goddamn season, and shit want to come out about Kevin Spacey fucking around and being a sexual ass predator against men, you know, doing sexually assaulting people and all this shit. And I'm just like, what the fuck? I just never suspected, you know. And that's the thing. We can't say, oh, well, I never would have thought. I mean, we never would have thought anything about people, but we have to understand that people are human, people ain't perfect, and you can't put nothing past people. Just because they put off this persona, you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. So that shit came out. And, you know, that caused him to get booted off the show, okay? That caused him to get blacklisted. There was a bunch of charges or whatever, or a bunch of allegations that was trying to go to lawsuits and being charged or whatever. But then I think the main person who was coming against him, I think it got dropped. Either they dropped it or somehow it got settled or whatever. We ain't hear nothing else from Kevin Spacey. But, bitch, it came out earlier this week or at the end of last week that he is now being charged with 4 counts of sexual assault against 3 men, okay? 3 men in Britain, overseas. You over there playing with people overseas and doing all this shit, thinking that your shit wasn't gonna come up to you because you over here in America now. I don't know why y'all be doing this shit. Baby, whatever's done in the dark is gonna come to the light. They said this shit was happening over an 8-year period from 2005 to 2013. All of the victims were male. He was being charged with causing a person to engage in penetrative sexual activity without consent. I said, what? Now, bitch, at the end of the day, I don't even have to read all the fucking charges and the assaults that happened. Kevin Spacey needed to be locked up. He needs to be locked up. I believe anybody who has any type of allegations against them when it comes to a sexual matter or whatever, you need to be locked up, okay? Because especially if it's more than one. If it's more than 2. Because, you know, I understand people be lying sometimes, but everybody can't be lying. You literally got off scotch-free to a certain extent, meaning that you ain't go to jail, okay? But then all of a sudden your shit come back at you, you know, and now you finna get charged with some more stuff. Bitch, it is. And then at the end of the day, we shouldn't even be surprised about the shit that goes on in Hollywood because, again, it's Hollywood. And this shit that has been going on for years, decades since it came about. You know, people sweeping shit under the rugs, and it's just disgusting. I hope he get... I want him to go to jail. I'm sorry. I want him to go to jail. I do. You didn't put everybody else in jail. Put his ass in jail too, bitch. I'm back. Okay, I'm sorry. I had to go get my stuff. Girl... You got to put your order in for stuff down here like way early so that you can get it on time. I wanted to get my stuff so that I can have it when I finish because I got a 2-hour break period. And one of those hours is my lunch break. So, you know, that's why I'm recording now. But anyway, let's just get back into this video. Where y'all want to go first? Because I know y'all waiting. This whole situation with Monique, let's just get this out the way. Monique and D.L. Hughley, okay? I'm not finna be up here and, you know, give y'all some of the stuff that y'all probably want to hear being like, you know, Monique is right, Monique is this, Monique is that. Monique is wrong. Monique is dead ass wrong, okay? And I'm gonna tell you why Monique is wrong. Monique is not wrong for speaking out. Monique is, let me tell you something. When I say speaking out, if you have an issue, it's okay for you to address it. But there are proper ways to actually address things, and I'm all here for standing up for what's right and, you know, saying this and saying that, especially if you feel like you've been wrong. But when you stand up for what's right, please have the correct information and please go at the correct people. You know what I'm saying? And do it the proper way or the correct way. You know, and I'm only saying it like that because when you've already had a history of doing this and it's been divisive, you know what I'm saying? And it's have been detrimental to your career to a certain extent already. You know what I'm saying? You're already You've been through this public fallout between Lee Daniels. You've been through this public fallout with Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. And you get on stage and you telling them to suck your dick and all this shit. And then you want an apology for them for what they did. And honestly, you know, you deserve the apology. But the way that you went about it, I wouldn't be surprised if you never get that public apology from them because you told them publicly, bitch, suck my dick. Okay, you know, because I'm that type of person. You know, I was just about to go ahead and apologize to your ass, but since you done said that shit, oh, I'm gonna let you have it. You can stew up in it if you want to. I'm that type of person, okay? I would love to see Oprah and Tyler put their fucking whatever it is to the side as well and correct the wrongs that they did to this woman, you know, the way that Lee Daniels did. But hey, I don't feel like it's ever gonna happen. But then again, you know, we get up out of that. Monique get her little apology from Lee Daniels publicly on the stage at a comedy show or whatever that they was doing. It was needed. It was granted. It was warranted. Fine. We were happy about that. We were happy about that. And I believe most of us were on Monique's side. We just did not agree with some of the way that she handled it. And that is the thing with Monique. It's the way that she delivers her situations sometimes, okay? Her grievances. That's what it is, you know, how she handles it. She be having the right thought, you know. Yeah, you're not going to fuck me over, but it's the way that she throw it out there. You know what I'm saying? For me. And, you know, I'm not trying to appease nobody, but my whole thing is this entertainment business is so fucking fickle, especially when it comes to women and especially when it comes to black women. And it takes the smallest, minute thing for you to get fucking blackballed and put to the bottom or whatever, and no respect and people talking and running your name through the mud, okay? And I don't want that from Monique, especially after this reconciliation between Lee Daniels and getting that apology, and then coming to find out, you know, you got 50 Cent vouching for you, 50 Cent putting her on his show, BMF Season 2, which I'm looking forward to. Honestly, I feel as though she should have been Monet's big sister, whatever, who was supposed to be the auntie that was actually watching Zeke on Power Book 2. But hey, that's neither here nor there. Maybe she would pop up on there. Who knows? But at the same time, I thought we was moving forward. But then all of a sudden, this whole situation come out about this comedy show that happened, I believe, up in Detroit or whatever. And with D.L. Hughley and her. And it was like a comedy fest, I guess. The lineup had multiple people on there. Monique, I guess, thought or felt or was told that she was supposed to close the show. She was the headliner. And from what somebody told me, when they do comedy shows or whatever, sometimes they can't have more than one headliner. And I've seen actually shows that have had more than one headliner or whatever, but you know, you have two big main attractions, okay? And you have all these other people, whatever, in two big main attractions. I get that. But at the same time, what was brought to our attention is the way that she just cussed this man out, D.L. Hughley. Her and D.L. Hughley were the biggest name on this show, okay? And I'm going to put this out, and I'm mad. See what? I'm mad. I'm mad because Monique is making me, in a way, defend D.L. Hughley, because I honestly feel like he didn't do anything wrong, unless that's what's being presented. You know what I'm saying? I don't get the feeling that he went behind her back and was like, no, you better put me the headliner. You better make me the closer. You better give me this amount of money. Fuck that bitch. It's me, because I'm D.L. motherfucking Hughley. I don't get that sense, okay? And it's making me mad because I don't even fucking like D.L. Hughley. I hate when I have to fucking come to the defense of people that I don't like. I don't find him funny. And then when some of his personal shit came out, I just couldn't rock with it. And I honestly never understood why the fuck he was on the Kings of Comedy. I did like the D.L. Hughley show. That's the only thing from him that I liked, the D.L. Hughley show. And it mostly probably was because of everybody else that was on there, okay? But him as a comic stand-up, never. I don't find him funny. I don't get it, you know? So she comes out, the clip comes out of her basically doing her set, or making her set about the fact that she was supposed to be last and cussing him out, calling him a bitch-ass nigga, calling Steve Harvey a coon. I mean, sometimes when you write, I don't want to say that. I don't want to say that, okay? But sometimes, part of that shit that she was saying, I was sitting here like, yeah, you know. But at the same time, when you get into it and you get the evidence and you get the receipts that's being thrown out there, it's just like, okay, let me take a step back, because I was like, damn, I'm on Monique's side. They fucking her up. They did that shit wrong. DL, you bogus as hell for doing that shit. Girl, come to find out, it ain't even like that. It ain't even like that. And what I'm saying is, you know, she got up there, called him a bitch ass nigga, and he said, I feel sorry for his fucking family, like, and for his wife. How the fuck do you suck the dick of a coward? Now, baby. When I heard that, girl, I said, and then I said, that's a valid ass question, because some of that question could go to a whole bunch of y'all, okay? How the fuck do you suck the dick of a coward? I said, wow. I said, DL, what the fuck you do to this lady? Okay? But girl, you know, she come out and she put this shit out publicly, put it out on the on the social media. He responds back to her like, listen, bitch, this ain't what you want. All you have to do is check the orders of the names that's on the ticket stub from the last night, and you will see who's confused. Against my better judgment over the objection of my team in 4 other occasions where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work with Monique. Oprah was the problem. Tyler Perry was the problem. Charlamagne was the problem. Steve Harvey was the problem. Lee Daniels was the problem. Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn. At some point, it can't be everyone else, it's you. Lesson learned, I don't have anything personal against Monique. People paid a lot of money to laugh, not to hear about your contract. Apparently, the role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. I wonder who's next. Now, when I read that, I said, well, shit, bitch. I said, really? This what we doing? We finna get gutted like that? And I was like, so somebody, this is what I haven't found out. Somebody put it down in the comment and let me know, like, is this something that he put together or it was a team? Because at the end of the day, if it's nothing that he put together, because she was like, you know what, show your goddamn contract, okay? Show your contract if this is showing that you're supposed to go first, or I was supposed to close, or you were supposed to close, and all this shit. Let's put our contracts out there. I said, this is not a pissing contest. Like, what is we doing? What are we doing? I have a problem with people that make private shit and business shit public. And this is what Monique does. On the one hand, when you feel like people that are higher up are blackballing you or whatever, I get that. Like the earlier situations, I get that. Like, that needed to be had. But this was a business thing. And I just feel like you came at the wrong person. Unless he set this shit up, why are you mad at him because he closed? Or you things got confused. You know, he put out a deal memo. You know what I'm saying? That's what he put out. And let me tell y'all what a deal memo is, okay? It's a short, informal document that establishes business relationship in film and music production, etc., before the development of a formal contract. So he didn't put out a formal contract, but he put out the initial stages of it before it was actually, you know, fully, like, this was, the initial contract came afterwards. Like, I guess it's like a rough draft or a draft order, you know, okay, this is what look good, this is what we're going to put in the contract. If we can agree on that, this is what's going to go in the official contract. That's what it means, or it's coming out to me, you know, as. And on that, you know, it had the payment information because, you know, they said it's a legal protection against the production company that's hiring you, and it secures certain rights of your own, mostly your right to get paid. That is what a deal memo is. And he did have his banking information and showing the payments and everything, but also on that memo, it showed that, you know, he was supposed to be the closer, you know, and he was going to be the highest paid out of everybody that was there. Okay, fine. I was like, damn, so Monique did all this shit, and it's clear as day, and he put up the order that he was supposed to go on the set list or whatever, and he literally was the last person. And it said that he was supposed to be the one that closed out. Okay, fine. And Monique was supposed to go before him, and he was supposed to close out. She comes back with Don't be fooled. Let's put up a real contract, not a deal memo. I said, all right, let's see yours. It's on her husband's letterhead. It's her husband's business, the Hicks business, or whatever media business. And even though that is the same, that looked a little funny at first. If every party agreed to it and they have signatures, that is a binding contract, okay? That's business 101. When you go into business, you go into contract law as well. They show you different binding contracts or whatever. So both of these are somewhat binding contracts in a sense. And it's saying literally the same thing that his was saying on the one hand, okay? And she puts up a set list that shows that she was supposed to close. So when you get all of this information and you still going back and forth, and I'm sitting here looking at it and I'm analyzing it, and I'm like, okay, well, the issue not really with D.L. Hughley. It's with the production company or whoever it is that put this shit together. It's with the promoter. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, swallow your pride and just say my bad. You know what I'm saying? Swallow your pride and go at the promoter. And now you burned a bridge with somebody that actually got some influence in the industry as well. And it's you want to say, coming at this black woman, I would have agreed with you if he literally, that's what the intent was. Because I'm like, that's fucked up how they keep on doing her. But no, this is the promoter and behind the scenes shit. And I'm just not understanding, like, how she can't see that, okay? And unless there's some other stuff that I'm missing that I didn't get a chance to see, y'all can clear it up in the comments, and I know it's probably going to be various, opinions on it. I just feel at the end of the day, whether Monique was supposed to close or whether DL was supposed to close, this was something that should have been handled privately. You should not have brought it to your set, because at the end of the day, we're not even discussing whether or not your set was funny, whether or not you did a good job. We're discussing the controversy behind it. We don't even know what else happened at the show. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a good look. Like, we should be talking about, okay, Monique is making a comeback. Monique is doing all her thing or whatever. We should not have any inclination that it was some behind-the-scenes bullshit that was going on, okay? That is none of our business in this case. And, in this case, you should have went the Kelly Price route, okay? Remember when Kelly Price was booked for them shows or whatever? It was Kelly Price, Lice Jenner, and some other people, and they was fucking up the money, and the promoter was doing funny shit, and she said, bitch, I'm not showing up, and that's when she blasted the promoter, which was needed, so that nobody else can book with that bitch, okay? That's what she should have went, I'm just looking at the promoter shit. I'm looking at the production shit and people who ever put this together. Now, if D.L. Hughley is a part of the people that put this shit together, then okay, I'll give you that. But still, it should not have been as nasty as it's getting. And then she's about to go live and talk about it. Why are we dragging this? Go to the production people that actually put this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because it is possible that somebody could possibly try to set this bitch up to make her look stupid. It is possible that it could have been a mistake. It is possible that people didn't communicate correctly with each other. It is possible. Like, this is not how you do it. This is not how you do it. And I love me some Monique. But, right is right. And I had somebody trying to say, she's standing up for her rights and, she got the right to do this. Yeah, she do. She do. But come on, if you're going to call out somebody, make sure you have all the correct information first so that you won't look stupid in the end. I'm not saying that she's looking stupid, but this is, again, going to fucking damage her reputation more than it does his because of everything else that's been going on with her. And I don't want that for her. And I want her to see that. It's just giving ego. It's giving ego to me. Like, if you care about your job and you love it, it shouldn't matter at this point. I mean, I get it. You said that you were supposed to do this, but I still would have went out there and did a bomb ass set and handled that shit off the stage, not brought it to the public like that. Cause now people gonna be saying that you're being bitter, that you're being this, and you're being angry and all that shit, and we don't want that to be happening for you. We want to say positive and glowing things about you. That's where I'm coming from. But y'all tell me how y'all feel. Put it down in the comments. Moving on from that, Josh Duggar. I haven't spoken about this, but this came out, at the end of last week after I did my, He got found guilty on having child abuse material, pornography and shit like that. And I remember speaking on this a couple of years ago when it first came out. And if y'all don't know who Josh Duggar is, back in the day, it was a program on TLC called The Duggar Families, okay? Either The Duggar Family or The Duggars. And then they did a little spinoff with some of the older kids called Counting On when the Duggars got canceled. They got canceled because of the fact that it came out that this motherfucker, had been sexually molesting at least I think 4 or 5 of his sisters, younger sisters. Okay, mind you, it's like 20 plus kids up in this whole clan, and the mama just kept on having kids and having kids and having kids and having kids. I don't give a fuck about them no more because first of all, they're ultra conservative. They're them type of people. Okay, and then the main ones they be talking about what everybody else needs to do, but yet y'all got shit going on in the back of your family. Okay, that's disgusting. And they tried to hide it. They tried to cover it up. Okay. And he went to trial. They was trying to get him 5 years. At first, they was trying to get him none. Then they was trying to get him 5 years. Bitch, they gave him 12, okay? They gave him 12 because he had over 600 sexually explicit images of children on his laptop, on his computer, okay? Mind you, he has kids of himself. He has a wife. He has daughters, all right? And when this shit came up, as I'm looking into the background of all of this, baby, they said his wife, his mom, his dad, all of them were sending letters to the judge trying to get him to get off, to get a lighter sentence, to bring him home. And I'm sitting here like, so you're gonna stand behind, okay, I can see the parents. That's one thing, because something was always off for me with them, especially. But you as a wife is going to stand behind and stand beside your husband, a man who is out here looking at torturous. Baby, when I read the shit that he was looking at, I mean, I don't even want to put it out there. Think the worst that can happen to a child against their will, and I'm talking about a child all the way down to a baby. Think that. He was getting off on torturous, abuse, brutal. And you are trying to defend him and you want him to come home to your daughters? He's getting off on this shit. And you want him to come home to your daughter? No, he should have got life. He should have fucking got life. Because I guaranteed you he probably would have escalated and did something else to somebody else and probably his own kids. I can't stand shit like that. I really can't stand shit like that. These big ass families and y'all be so fucking ultra conservatives or whatever, telling people what they need to do and you need to live by this standard or whatever, and it be all this nasty fucked up shit going on behind the scenes in your house. I don't like shit like that. Throw the book at that bitch, okay? And investigate the whole fucking family, cause shit ain't right with them. Shit ain't right with them. Congratulations to Christian Cooper. He was the bird watcher that was in Central Park that had been racially profiled by that Amy Cooper lady just because he told her to leash your dog. You're supposed to have your dog on a leash or whatever. And that whole debacle that happened, and that turned into him getting his own bird watching TV series on the National Geographic Channel. What is it going to be called? Extraordinary Birder. So congratulations to him. Out of, shit, you get some good stuff. So good. I like to see people have a little come up when they need to. Okay? Moving on from that. Chrisley. I don't talk about him much. Well, I don't talk about him at all. I do remember the whole situation that came out saying that, he was being looked into, him and his family, about tax evasions and stuff that was happening. I seen him, and if y'all don't know who Todd Chrisley is, Chrisley Knows Best. Oh, the TV show? Yeah, that's where he come from. Okay, the one that, he's funny. I like the show. I don't care. The Nana, she's my favorite character. But it came out saying that, they was committing fraud and all this shit, tax evasion or whatever. And he's been trying to fight it, trying to say that, he was set up and he can prove it and all this shit and woo, 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 woo. Now, at one point, I believed it. And I thought they was going to get out. But then all of a sudden, it just went left. And now his business partner, because they going to trial, his business partner at the time, because he said he got set up by the business partner, that bitch then came out and said in the trial that, he helped do all this shit. They paid off blackmailers because somebody was blackmailing them to release the fact that they allegedly, and I'm going to say allegedly, were having an affair with each other for a year or so. And once it ended, they still continue just to be really good homeboys. Now, one thing that I don't like, and then when I had tweeted this, it was bothering me because people was like, the response that people was giving, it was like, well, is it really a surprise? I mean, is it really an outing? It's like somebody really said, is it really an outing if everybody already kind of knew or suspected that he could possibly be, to the men's a little bit? Or calling it him being outed is a stretch. Do you guys know what the fuck a definition of outing is in these situations? Whether you suspect somebody of being gay or bisexual or whatever, unless they put that out there on their own time, when they're comfortable to put that out there, somebody else putting that out there, that's outing. That's wrong. It don't matter whether or not you suspect it, because all of us suspect it. We just kept that shit to the side. If that's what you want to live and that's what you want to do, go ahead. But for somebody else to put somebody else's business out there like that when they're not ready for it, that's fucked up. That's wrong, no matter how much you suspect or whatever. It's not a stretch. It's still wrong, okay? And I said, that's messed up. And honestly, when I'm looking at what's going on, baby, all the shit that they into, it look like them motherfuckers might get jail time. I'm sorry, it just look like they might get jail time. Mind you, this is all coming from the Business Insider, okay? It looked like they might get jail time. They was like they submitted fake documents and made fake bank statements and false credit reports, and it's a lot. It is a lot. I said, whoever trying to set you up, if you claim that they really set you up, they got a lot of time on their hands to be doing some shit like this. Because, baby, who does that? Who does that? But I just want to throw that up in there. Congratulations to the Golden State Warriors and the Celtics, Boston Celtics, and, Nia Long husband, who was the first head coach. I think this is first year head coach is, I should say her fiance. I believe that's her fiance. He's the first year head coach of the Boston Celtics, and they're going to the NBA championship finals. So who y'all got? Golden State or Baltic, the other Celtics? Two good teams, I believe. So, hey, I just might watch, okay? I'm so tired of hearing about Caitlyn Jenner. Caitlyn Jenner gets on my goddamn nerves. First of all, Caitlyn Jenner gets on the podcast, and she's basically trying to say that people coming out as trans or whatever, they're doing it just because it's a trend or it's popular to do or something now. And no, that is not it. That is not it. And when it comes to LGBT issues, please, I just want y'all to listen to me clear. Do not listen to anything that Caitlyn Jenner has to say, especially when it comes to trans issues, trans right, trans situation, because Caitlyn Jenner may be Caitlyn Jenner now, but Caitlyn Jenner is an ultra conservative, and she still thinks like a Republican white male. She's very much harmful to the LGBT community, all of her rhetoric. And then the bitch has the nerve to be surprised that she was not invited to Courtney's wedding. Bitch, that family don't fuck with you no more. Okay, so like, get over it. And had an issue with the fact that she wasn't on the reality show either. Girl, go somewhere, okay? Please, just go somewhere. Meanwhile, I need some understanding. T.I. and his son King. T.I. and the Harris family got to be one of the most controversial, or I should say problematic people. I don't understand what it is about people who come from poverty, people who come from the hood, people who come from bad and rough conditions, and they get out of that just so that their family don't have to go through that, their children. They make this life of success, living in places where they don't have to encounter the things that they had to go through and encounter when they were younger. But yet their kids, for some reason, want to put on the persona that they're so hood and they so gangster and they're so hard and they can't be touched and all of this shit. And you ain't got a hood bone in your body. You don't know nothing about it. And I'm talking about his son, King, because he is the main one that has been doing this ever since the show came on. Their family show came on, especially when it got rebooted, okay, when he started growing up. He's the one that we been seeing getting into fights, getting his ass whooped. Now, nigga, we done seen you get your ass whooped a couple of times. You can't fight. You can't fight. And now you're going to the service industry and you're disrespecting service people. So he was at a Waffle House. He was on live and he was disrespecting the hell out of the employees, I guess because they got his order wrong or whatever. And he was just, from what I was told, he was just being disrespectful since once he came up in that bitch, okay? And he up there, I got all this money. You don't even own this place. I can buy this place with the money that's up in my pocket and all this shit. He was just being, he was being disgusting, okay? And I hate to say this, for a motherfucker that look like him, he should just pick a struggle. Somebody said you cannot be facially challenged and mean at the same time. You have to pick a fucking struggle, okay? You got to pick one or the other. And I'm sorry. He 18 or what is he, 17? Either fucking way, you can't disrespect people and not expect to get that disrespect back, okay? And then when T.I., mind you just graduated. T.I. talking about something, why we focusing on the negative instead of the fact that he graduated with honors and all this shit. Yeah, we would have focused on that. But see, this came out before that. And we're not going to excuse fucked up behavior just because you want us to. And then trying to make it seem as if people reacting like this or whatever, coming to King, he had to tell them because, they're not happy with where they're at in their lives or whatever because they didn't make it to where they wanted to be, as if we jealous. No, it's about fucking respect, bitch. It's about fucking respect because if it wasn't for T.I., we wouldn't know who the fuck a King Harris was. We wouldn't give a damn. And to be honest, we don't give a damn now, okay? The only ones that we actually care about in that family, first of all, Lil Major just graduated 8th grade. He is about to go to high school. I said, bitch, I am getting old, okay? Harris, okay? Harris about to stun on all y'all asses, all right? She the next star. That's the one that we truly care about. And Damani. We like bitch, we like everybody except for King, okay? That's what it is. Because everybody else is low-key and doing their own thing. But yet, it's like you champion this boy and his bad behavior, but yet you're putting your daughter Deja in check and you're monitoring her and doing hymen checks and seeing all this negative shit about her, but yet you're not checking him because he's your son. I don't like it. And it's truly disgusting. It really is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about that whole situation. Who was right? Who was wrong? Remember the former football player from Virginia Tech, is his name Isman, who got accused of killing a Tinder date, who he found out was a trans woman or, was a man. I don't know if she was a trans woman or if she was just a man that was just, trying to sneak in, do shady shit with straight people. But either way, he went over there to her or his house, saw that it was a little suspicious that it was dark up in there. Some of his homeboys had went. They felt the type of way. They left. He came back and wound up getting his dick sucked by this person. And then come to find out this person was a man, okay? And so you go back and you beat the man to death because you felt like, they tried to make the defense of the reason why he did this was because he was about to get attacked. He was being defensive. You know what I'm saying? It was in his self-defense. And of course, he got off. And people are cheering about this. On the one hand, what that man did was wrong because he had a history of doing this from what I've heard or from what I've read. And I don't understand what the pleasure you get out of tricking people that are straight, men that are straight or anybody that is straight into doing anything sexual with you. And you're putting your own life in danger because something like this could happen. On the other hand, he went back and he did that shit. So that was thought about. And you gonna say that this was self-defense? No, it wasn't self-defense. It wasn't self-defense. You like what happened. You like what happened because you went back. You went back and you was finna go back and get some more. But, okay, you know, everybody happy that he got off. And at the end of the day, somebody still dead. And I don't believe that it really was self-defense. I truly don't. I truly don't. Do I agree with what dude did? The one that, you know, was, what is it called? What is the word called? Faking it and making people believe that he was a woman or whatever and he really wasn't for sexual favors and shit like that. What is it called? Bitch, the word, y'all gonna put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. He was misleading. I'm gonna just say misleading. He was misleading, bitch, because I know the word is at the tip of my tongue and I can't take it. I can't say it. I hate when it happened. Brain fart. He was wrong as shit, and you put your life in danger, and this is what happened. I need y'all to stop doing this shit. I really do. I really do. Because it's not, I don't get the fun in it. I don't get the fun. Putting your life in danger is fun. I don't get it. Because then you're going to be gone, and people like that is going to get off. And your murder is just going to go in vain. So, yeah. Speaking of murder, DJ Quick, out there in California, Compton, his son is being charged with murder in the first degree, and he is being held on $2 million bond. I said, what? $2 million? Because they said that he had gotten into a fight, and he had pulled the trigger on somebody, and it killed them. I said, oh my God, he's 27 years old. The guy that got killed was 33, and now he's in jail for this alleged murder. And I said, for $2 million, a bond of $2 million, that's the bail. Wow. Wow. We got to do better. We got to do better. And also, rest in peace to Master P. We're going to pray for Master P and his family, Romeo Miller, his sister, the whole family. They lost one of their sisters. Her name was Tatiana, I believe. She was the one that, if you saw growing up hip-hop, when Master P was on there and Romeo, they did have a moment where they did talk about her, and she was on the show, and she was dealing with some substance abuse, and they did say that she passed away due to mental illness and substance abuse. So my prayers and thoughts go out to that. I don't ever want to know what it feels like to lose a child before myself. You know what I'm saying? I hate that for parents. I really do. Congratulations are in order to Shawnee O'Neal. She got married to her little pastor, Keon, whatever his name is. No shade, I just didn't remember his last name. They got married in Anguilla. It looked cute. You know, I would never put down anybody's happy moment, and that's a happy moment. They said Bishop T.D. Jakes officiated the nuptials. And speaking of T.D. Jakes, y'all heard that wild ass story about Cora Jakes, his daughter, stealing that lady baby, allegedly, and then her husband going to getting arrested for being a fucking pedophile? Oh my God. Oh my God. I had seen it. I was on TikTok, and a video came up with somebody talking about it. And I was like, what? And then I seen the video. They had played the video from the girl's live. Basically, she was in a position where she couldn't take care of her kids at the moment. And Cora came in and, you know, was trying to offer a helping hand and wound up just snatching up her baby, the newborn baby, you know? And after that, I didn't hear nothing else. And then Roxheart said something about it in one of her videos. And then I don't know if y'all follow this account, Call Me Dollar. He literally tweeted her. and asked, "Is it true? What's going on with it?" And she blocked him. And people just started been coming out the woodworks, just talking about it, talking about it, talking about it. And I said, "Oh my God, this shit look like it's real. It's real." I said, "That's fucked up." She ain't took that lady baby. She took that lady baby. That is messed up. Y'all out, and then your whole ass husband is a whole ass pedophile out here, because that's what he got arrested for sexually molesting a child, a young girl. She a child, what, 15 or something or under that? I just cannot. I cannot. Y'all gotta get y'all shit together. Y'all really do. That is crazy. The last thing I want to talk about. Shout out to Miss Juicy. Miss Juicy, baby. She back home. Mama had a stroke. That's what happened to her. Miss Juicy had a stroke back in April, and she is finally home, and she's recovering. And I'm just glad to see that she is still here with us. But also, did y'all look at the Bobby Brown biography on A&E yesterday and Monday? It was good, but honestly, I'm gonna say this. The reason why I didn't do an individual review for it like I did like with the Janet, and I will probably do it with somebody else, is because we were given first of all, I'm a stan of Janet, so that's why I did it. So of course I was gonna do that. But with the Bobby Brown situation, I already reviewed the Bobby Brown show. Well, I should say the New Edition movie miniseries that came on BT. I did reviews each night for that. I did reviews each night for the Bobby Brown movie or TV series that came on BT as well. And there was really nothing that much more that we did not know that we got out of this biography. It had a couple of moments here and there, but it's still a good watch. It's 4 episodes, and it was really good for the most part. I will say, give it a chance. It's on A&E. You probably can download the app, and it'll probably be on there, and you can watch it. Also, he has a reality TV show that came on yesterday right afterwards called Every Little Step. The first episode was really, really good. I love seeing black wholesome, family reality shows and family shows, period, black. And we need to see more of those. It was his daughter getting married, LaPrincia, you know what I'm saying? And his younger kids that he has with his new wife, his current wife, I should say, they have a lot of personality. And his son with her, Cassius, oh yeah, I could see him being a star. I could see he got it. He could be something. He's gonna make it somewhere. But it was really, really good. I really enjoyed it. And y'all should check it out. And it comes on every Tuesday nights now, okay? But you guys tell me how you feel. I'm about to go eat my lunch so I can get back to work. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. Remember I told y'all about my coworker who had the baby last week? Mama on maternity leave, and then we just got the email that not only is she on maternity leave, she done accepted a transfer to another department downtown, and children's services downtown in the library system. So now this bitch is finna transfer. So now we still finna be stuck in a goddamn rut. I'm about to be stressed the fuck out. We're about to be doing everything because we are understaffed. Congratulations to you, boo, but look what you left us in. You left us in a fucking rut, bitch. Damn. But anyway, you gotta do what's best for you. I'm pretty sure it probably was a pay grade. And, given that she just had a baby, she needs that. So, it is what it is. Y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Peace.